Hey, what's going on, guys? So today's commentary is going to be about the Exo Abilities in Advanced Warfare. Now, these abilities are going to be towards the jump pack as well as the exoskeleton suit that you'll be using in the multiplayer. Now, I know a lot of you don't like it. You feel like it's too much like Halo and Titanfall and all that shit, and it's just not what Call of Duty is all about. But, you know, it could be interesting. We won't know until we get hands-on with the game. But anyways, jumping into it, the first ability that you see here is Shield. Now, this gives you the ability to quickly deploy a riot shield from your arm. Now, me personally, I've always hated riot shields. I've always felt like you should be able to counter that by being able to shoot through it, especially with the FMJ weapons attachment, but that's not going to be an option, especially with no FMJ weapons attachment so far that I've seen throughout the game. And then the next one we have is Overclocked. Now, Overclock increases your foot speed, which is pretty much like what agility is from Ghost. And it's going to be interesting as well because a lot of people were bitching and complaining about people with agility were too fast to be killed, so be interesting to see what they do. Next one we have is Stim. Now, Stim is pretty much like what ICU is from Ghost as well, so there's another similarity between the games. And then we have Cloak. Everybody hates this one. You know, if we want to be able to play a first-person shooter with cloaking, we'd be playing fucking Crisis still, not Advanced Warfare. And we already know it's going to be abused by all the campers, especially with the overcharge perk that increases the battery life. So hopefully they do it like what they did with Ghost in Black Ops 2. If you're sitting in the corner, it doesn't work. If you're actually running around, then it does work. So hopefully they find some way to balance the game so it doesn't kill it right away. And then the next ability that we have here is Hover. Not that big of a deal. And then we have Ping. Now, Ping is pretty much like a fucking portable radar on your back. No longer do you have to throw out a piece of equipment and it's only with that certain radius that you see people. Now you just run around and people are going to be showing up all the time, and this is going to be abused in core. And yeah, I mean, it doesn't say anything about being able to show people only in a certain radius of wherever you're running with it. So yeah, next one we have is Trophy System. The same thing as well. It's no longer having to throw a piece of equipment out there. You just run around with that shit on your back. We don't know how far it reaches out, how many grenades and shit like that it destroys. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see what they do with that one as well. I can see that one being abused a lot, especially in core like domination and things like that. And then on top of that, another ability of your exoskeleton suit is the launcher. Now, as you see in the picture, it says the launcher pops out and then you have a reticle to aim it and it just shoots out any equipment or any lethal or whatever that you pick. It's no longer the traditional hand throwing motion. So the next items are going to be like what you're able to shoot out from your launcher. So the first one that we have is the frag grenade. The frag grenade is, you know, it's always been around. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. So as you see here, we have the frag grenade, stun grenade, and then after that one we have the explosive drone. The explosive drone seems like a combination of two things from Black Ops 2. Like you throw it like a shock charge, but then it's kind of like their version of almost like a Claymore or IED. Then we have the tracking drone, which pretty much reminds me of the sensor grenades from Black Ops 2. And then after that one we have the Semtex, pretty much explains itself. Then we have the threat grenade, which is pretty much like an oracle. You throw it out and it shoots out these orange beams, and like orange silhouettes of the people appear if they're hiding behind objects and things like that. After that one we have the infamous EMP grenade. That one's going to be severely annoying, especially you can manually detonate it this time. So I already know that one's going to be abused, especially if it disables your Exo Abilities movements and things like that. Then we have the smoke grenade. Then we have the variable grenade. Now this is a nice addition, I think, because you're able to cycle through what you want. You know, no longer do you have to pick one thing. You know, if you can't make up your mind for what game mode, you just pick that one and there you go. And then we had the spike drone. Now the spike drone is interesting. It just seems like maybe you throw it on the wall and then whenever you call it back, maybe then that's when it deploys out the spikes and it just kind of like cuts through people. You know what I mean? So that's going to be interesting as well. So yeah, and before I forget, there's also a couple other abilities that your Exo can perform, such as the double jump, the dodge, the dash, the slide, and the slam. Now, I don't know, I can care less about the slam thing. It's kind of corny. You can just be up in the air and all of a sudden you can just land on somebody and kill them. Like, I don't know, just another useless shit we don't need in the game. But anyways, let me know down in the comments below what you thought, like what you do and don't like about the abilities, and you know, if you like the launcher and the variable grenade and things like that. And yeah, guys, as always, hope you enjoyed the commentary, and until next time, peace.